Black Kray is a pioneer of cloud rap, experimental hip-hop and trad, and has made his mark on the underground since he first started putting out music in 2007. Kray is without a doubt one of the most unique artists out, and has a recognisable and signature delivery in his songs, and has over the years definitely solidified himself as an underground legend. It's also fair to say that Kray has inspired and birthed a whole new wave of artists who were inspired by Kray's originality and aesthetic, and Kray acts as a perfect example that being true to yourself pays off. In this video I wanted to cover Kray's story, from his childhood to his career in music and even more. Rari O'Neal was born February 23rd in 1994 in Richmond, Virginia, and he grew up in a close-knit town where everybody knew each other. Kray's dad was a big fan of music, and had a lot of CDs and DVDs around the house when Kray was a kid, and this meant he learned to value music from a young age. Also growing up, Kray loved to skate, and he attributes a lot of his success to skating, and has said in an interview with Open Space that skating opened his mind and surrounded him with a different crowd of people who could help him advance himself. Moreover, growing up, Kray would make friends with Karma and 100 Mil, who down the line would become a part of Goth Money. Kray would begin making music when he was a teenager and dropped his first song on MySpace in 2007 after buying his first microphone. Kray would around this time be influenced by artists like Lil B, MGMT, Pink Floyd and Santi Gold. The same year he would also create his YouTube channel, and the channel had a diverse range of content ranging from skate clips to music videos and even just videos of him chilling with his friends. However, it wasn't until 2011 and 2012 that Kray would start to develop himself as an artist. And in 2011 Kray would be a member of Raider Clan for a short period and would build relationships with other artists in Raider Clan, which would benefit him greatly in the long run, with his time in Raider Clan allowing him to make connections with other underground legends like Space Ghost Per, Xavier Wolf, Chris Travis and Kenyatta. After his time in Raider Clan, Kray sought to establish a name for himself, and would do so with his first collective called Terrorist Posse, which consisted of Kray, 100 Mil and Karma, and a few other friends. And this collective formed the foundations for a group which in the future would become a group which Kray is nowadays well recognised for, called Goth Money Records. Moreover, Kray's music around this time was extremely experimental, and in this year he would drop a lot of music, with Kray even featuring on Chris Travis's iconic cloud rap album Pizza and Codeine, with a song called 80 Dime Bags Remix, with Chris, Xavier Wolf and Kray being on the song as well. As well as this, Kray directed and edited visuals for Xavier Wolf and Chris Travis's song Black Smoke. Between 2011 and 2012, Kray also dropped 4 solo projects: Twerk in 10 Cell Phones, Trap Art, Crack Clouds Over Art's Kitchen, and Cocaine and Ice Cream 2048. Around this time, these projects would demonstrate Kray as a unique and experimental artist who wasn't scared to go against the norm of the sound at the time and sticking true to himself. As well as this, Kray worked on the Black Art Goon tapes with MFK, Marcy Main, Lucaline and 100 Mil. This project was essentially the first sign of the promising future that Goth Money Records would have, and whilst the sounds of the artists may not have been as developed as they are now, you could see the potential in their sound, style and aesthetic, and from this they would make their mark on the underground. However, 2013 and 2014 would be a groundbreaking period for Kray, and would mark the birth of Goth Money Records, with at the time the label consisting of Kray, Marcy Main, Kane Groceries, Lucaline, Karma and 100 Mil, and together these 6 would begin their own underground movement. As well as this, around this time Kray would move to LA, and on the 2nd of July in 2013 the video for Kray's song Depressed Ocean dropped, which to this day has more than 150,000 views. This video essentially acted as a lot of people's first introductions to Goth Money. From this, Kray continued to put in work and establish a name for himself and Goth Money, and would do so by dropping numerous projects, the first of 2013 being Ice Cream and Mac 10s, which is now seen as an underground classic, and the tape showed Kray's ability to stand out, using unheard flows and spacey production. As well as Ice Cream and Mac 10s, Kray also dropped a 3-track EP with Marcy Main called Zoloft 4030mg, as well as re-releasing his 2012 collab EP with J.R. called Back to the Witch House. Moreover, Kray worked with a lot of other artists this year, and worked on songs with Xavier Wolf, Bones, Blade and Tybor Digital. It's clear that 2013 was a big year for Kray, and 2014 would only act to further show his talent, and would see Goth Money attain even more success and recognition. In this year, Kray would begin to grow a relationship between Goth Money and GTBSG, and together the 2 collectives would do a nationwide tour. In turn, this would lead to Kray attaining even more attention to himself, and would follow up with a second tape under Goth Money Records called Goth Love, which released in January of 2014. This tape had an ambient, almost entrancing production, and this accompanied with Kray's unparalleled flow, made a really aesthetically fleshed out project. To accompany the songs, Kray also released videos for 30 Round Clip Kray Sean, Styling with the Tech, and Flexicon Gotta Love, each video having a unique VHS editing style, as well as layering visuals on top of one another, a style of music video editing which is still being used almost a decade later by other artists. After Goth Love, Kray released his next project, City of Doves, in May 2014. Even in the little time between this tape and Goth Love, it was clear Kray had developed artistically and refined his sound even more since then, and Kray had made a big name for himself in the underground by this time, and made it clear that he was here to stay through consistently releasing high quality pieces of music and in turn solidifying himself as a pioneer and legend in the underground. Moreover, he stayed true to his classic sound on the project, proving himself as someone who truly believes in their vision. From here, Kray would continue to push out music and dropped his fourth project, 700 Degrees, in late 2014. This project having both emotional and more upbeat songs, and the project overall just showed Kray's versatility and talent even more, and this brought his popularity in the underground to new heights. As well as music, Kray also released a short film during this time called Hood Doves. In 2014, Kray also worked with Space Ghost Perp on the song Goth Money World. With time, Kray didn't let up, and in 2015 continued to dominate the underground, dropping his project Fug Angel near the start of the year, with this project reinforcing Kray as an underground legend. With insane beat selection, combined with Kray's almost hypnotizing flow, Kray had cemented himself as an unstoppable force, with each project acting to prove his ability for making music, and only 4 months later, Kray would drop his project Still Struggling, Still Shining, which put Kray's versatility on full display, and also a month later Kray featured on a Blade song called Friday Night. This year, Kray also spent some time in Atlanta, linking up with artists like Polari, Lil Yachty, as well as Uno and Fawny, as well as working with Space Ghost Perp again. After this, in late 2015, Goth Money would drop their debut group album called Trillionaires. It was also in late 2015 when Kray dropped Shitty Sick Boy, with all the tracks on the project being produced by Filthy, and he also adopted a new alias and will go by the name sickboyrari this year. Overall, 2015 goes to show the insane work ethic Kray has, as he didn't let up and continued to innovate and push out music throughout the year. And he kept this ethic in 2016. He dropped Soldier Love Rari World, which featured one of his most popular songs, Codeine Tears in Her Fanta. By this point, Kray had gained a loyal cult-like fan base and had established himself as a legend in the underground, and Kray had done so by staying true to his vision. He never sold out and stayed focused on his goal solely through dropping unique music. Moreover, in April, Kray dropped Nightmare on Elm Street, which was a 16-track project where Kray talked about how he didn't like the rap game at the time. The same month, he also featured on Young Lean's album Warlord, on a song called Pearl Fountain. 3 months later, he also dropped Working Out the Mud, which was a collab project with Working on Dying, and in late 2016, he dropped his EP Sad Boy, which was produced by Pentagram, which had an entirely different sound to Working Out the Mud, which dropped only a few months before. This evolution in sound in such a short time showed Kray as someone who couldn't be boxed into one sound at all. And whilst throughout the first half of 2017 Kray didn't drop music, he would bless his fans with a project in June called 4000 Degrees, which had 19 tracks, and the project was a mix of a familiar and new sound for Kray. As well as 4000 Degrees, Kray dropped Weeping in the Trench, a 6-track EP, in December of 2017. As well as this, at the end of the year, Kray featured on Blade's song Backstreet Boys. In 2018, Kray dropped 2 EPs, Depressed Shooter with FHN Mook, and another EP called Blood Rain. This year, Kray also dropped music videos for Tearful and Catch Me Outside on World Star, with this allowing Kray to put his music on a wide display, and in turn allowing more people to learn about him and his music. And the video for Tearful now sits at over 1 million views. It was also this year when Kray worked with City Morgue, with songs like Grave Hop and Ken Park, as well as a song which was leaked called Crack the Draco. Kray also teased an album called Cradle to the Grave in 2018 and 2019, but this still hasn't dropped. And in 2019, Kray also worked with Blade on a song called Blue, and another song dropped called Famous, with Kray, Lean, Kane and Blade. But over the past 3 years, Kray has dropped 3 projects: Euroglime, Nokia Talk 2002, and Chain Gang Halo World. From all this, it's clear Kray is someone who has an unparalleled and relentless work ethic, and he has never sacrificed the quality of his music, and since he first entered the game, he has stayed true to his vision for his sound, and never changed up once in the hopes of attaining success. Kray definitely deserves the title of an underground legend, and he's one of the most influential underground artists, not only sonically but also aesthetically, and is someone who has definitely acted as a pioneer in the scene. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a good day.